Hi, I'm Leonie. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back if we haven't seen you for a while. I'm part of the Two Feral Gardeners team, and Steve, my other half, is working in the garden over there. I just wanted to bring you up to date on what's been happening. We've been offline for a while, and that's because we've been travelling for the past 4 months. So the garden has been left, apart from the care of our friends Mandy, Jane and Andrew, pretty much to its own devices. So I thought I'd do a bit of a recap on what's happened in the garden since the start of the year, and then show you what's happening now. So in March this year we had a bit of a loss. Our chickens all got killed by a neighbouring dog, and at that point in time we decided that we were going to do a big makeover of the garden. Hasn't been touched for about 10 years. We've been vegetable gardening here for 12 years, so quite a few changes that we wanted to make, both in the layout of the garden and what we do. So the critical thing we did before we went on our holidays was mulch as much of the garden as we could. So we decided to start getting rid of the grass in the yard as a first step to renovating. So we put down a thick cardboard mulch. We also mulched the garden beds that didn't have vegetables in them. As you can see, it's just about to come into spring, so our wattle tree is flowering like nothing. There is a pretty good result with the mulch. I'll show you closer soon. It's kept most of the weeds suppressed. A lot of weeding in the garden to be done, but it's mainly chickweed, so that's not too bad. As you can see, we've already got some carrots coming out. We've also had some excellent results with our veggies while we've been away, so maybe they prefer to grow without us rather than with us. The broad beans are going really nicely, some beautiful flowers coming on them, and I'm sure that the beans will not be far behind. In fact, I'm sure if I looked I'd probably find a few small ones. The rhubarb is fine, but I do need to just quickly cut off those flowering stalks. The garlic is doing particularly well, and you can see in the background we have got massive broccoli heads, and there's more coming. The kale is doing really well. Steve is just weeding the carrots at the moment, but they've grown quite spectacularly since we've been away. So they were barely in the ground. I'll see if I can find some photos. Steve, he's working on killing off the weeds that have come through the mulch. As you can see, he's got a jug of boiling water, which is a really good way to kill weeds without using pesticides, particularly just a few weeds like this. We've decided to just kill them in place. We're not going to try and pull them out. That actually creates more disturbance and allows more weeds to come through. This is a really good technique, totally organic, obviously. It is a bit power intensive, but we have solar panels, so we don't mind doing that sort of thing at the moment while the sun is shining. This is the weed that Steve put some boiling water on just a few minutes ago, and it's already looking really crook. You can see the centre's just immediately collapsed. This is the one he's just poured some boiling water on, and you can just see those leaves there already starting to collapse, and hopefully the rest will very shortly. First things first, just tidying up this bed, and then I'm going to take the lettuce seedlings out. There's a whole lot of lettuce down here in the corner, self-seeded. I'm going to take that out, save them, and then I'm going to put them back in the bed. I've got all my lettuces here ready to plant. I'm just going to toss some compost on top and put those in. It's really annoying. No matter how hard I try, I still keep finding plastic in our compost. Straight into the bin with this lot. Right, here we go. Some mulch, a bit of water to settle the roots, and we are done. These are the dandelions that Steve hit with the hot water yesterday, so you can see that they've really died back. But what's intriguing me is that the seed heads seem to have really come good, and I can't remember how much was flower, how much was seed head. Clearly we want to get rid of that because it's just going to create more dandelions, so we might have to think about cutting all of those off before we start hitting them with the boiling water. On this channel we'll be looking at how we're going to remake the vegetable garden. We're going to be shifting plants, we're going to be building a new chicken coop and doing a few other things. But the whole time we're doing this, we will also be doing our normal regular gardening. So you're going to get a bit of the makeover stuff, you're also going to get a bit of the regular gardening stuff. Thanks for being with us this week. We've got a lot to be getting on with now that we've just come back from our holidays. It's spring, we're all very excited about planting like everyone is at this time of the year. So next time around I think we'll definitely be doing some planting and some seeds. One of the things I love about gardening is serendipity, and today we went on our walk and lo and behold one of our neighbours had put this out. So it's like a perfectly good leaf rake on a short handle, which I think has its uses. We're not sure whether we're going to keep the short handle or change it, but wow, you know, free rake just lying on the footpath for someone to take. Thank you for joining us this week, and I hope to see you next time. Just remember to hit the like and subscribe button. That's quite important to us. It just helps other people see our stories and get them out there. So thanks for joining us. Good to see you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.